Segment 1. Hello, everybody. My name is BroncoStevens. We're on a little channel here on YouTube I'm messing around with. And I wanted to tell you, ladies, this one's for you. Ladies, you have been liberated. You can fart now. Free. You're free. You can let them go. You know, we're in an age, clearly. I mean, it's been clear for men for years. We've been laughing about farts, having a good time. I'm telling you, I'll be 50 this year. I got my eyes looking around. You can fart. You always could fart. You know, honestly. You didn't have to just, honey, I'm going to go to the supermarket and then, go do your business. Didn't have to be like that. Okay? Men, they don't care if you fart. I mean, honestly, they don't. There's people that'll pay for farts. Honestly, they're out there. I know because I've seen this gal on Facebook, and she's farting, and then there's people farting on each other in tubes and stuff. It's a wild world we live in, ladies. You can fart now. Okay, I thought about it as a career. I mean, that's an easy job, farting, and it's one of those things. You go through life. You see people doing stuff. You're like, oh, I could do that. When I saw that girl farting and making money, I was like, I can do that. I can do that job. And then it's like, you got to think of your just like any business, is you got to have a marketing plan. Like, who you going to market your farts to? Is your audience, repeat customers and all that stuff. And it's trickier than you think, the marketing on this thing. Because it's like, when you're little, you're like, everybody thinks farts are funny when you're little. When you get older, it gets a little bit more like, oh, is it taboo to fart and all this stuff. But there are actually people out there that will pay for it. And then you think about it, and it's like, why? Why do they want the fart to begin? It's not like you're gonna laugh about it. Like, it's, like, farts are funny because of the sound. A lot of it's like, and depending on the length and the tone of the fart, and then the smell comes into play, of course. And then I get that part of it. If you're gonna jar it up, it's probably gonna stink on the other side. But wouldn't it be funny though if on the other side you open it up, it's like, and it blasts out. That would be good. But I don't think that's the case. I think it's more of the other. And so, I was thinking about other jobs, because that one seemed pretty dang easy. But let's be real. I mean, I think it's really it's an appearance thing. Like, they have to see the person that does it, and they have to be like striking, for somebody to have that appeal to want to do that, apparently. Or they just have to be weird and just want that from wherever. And then I thought, okay, well, I've seen feet pics. That's another one, ladies. You don't have to worry about your feet anymore. Like, I don't know if you ever did or not. It seemed like some ladies were like, oh, my feet are too big, or they didn't like the size or shape of their toes or whatnot. Because there's always been like, I'm gonna doll up the feet, you get pedicures and all that stuff. But I'll tell you now, it's a wild, wide open thing. I mean, feet, that's a market right there. So I thought, well, I've got feet. I could sell pics of feet. So if you're out there and you want pictures of my feet, let me know. Or I'm not gonna not sell farts either. I mean, if you want a bottle of farts, I got that going your way. Anyway, I'm not being serious. I mean, well, for the right price. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur, so I mean, why not? I just farted. It's gonna itch when it dries. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, see, you got all kinds, and that's what's so unique about farting. It's like snowflakes. No two farts are alike. You've got your different textures and sounds and smells and all that stuff. But the feet thing's tricky for a man. I mean, what are you gonna? Is there an appeal for men's feet? I don't understand the women's feet. I think women are curvy and all that stuff, but you get to the feet, and my eyes, I've already committed to other parts in my mind. The feet, just, there's no time left. That sounded bad. But anyway, it's like the feet thing. I don't know. You know, I think some things, whether we want to admit it to ourselves or not, some jobs are better for men and some are for women. I actually got audited, well, not me, but the company I worked for one time. We were under investigation because we didn't hire enough female delivery drivers that wanted to sling product out of the side of a 12-bay big diesel truck um, throughout the day, all day long. And I just thought, okay, well, I honestly don't interview a lot of people that are interested, that are females that want to do that. So anyway, there's certain jobs are definitely more catered towards men and more catered towards women. And I think women, honestly, guys, they've got the fart market. I hate to be the first to throw in the towel on that, but I think that's their market. And which is funny because, for years they don't even want to fart in front of you. Who knew, right? Ladies, who knew there was just gold mine? It's like when what's that family that struck oil on the TV show, and then they went out and lived as Beverly Hills Millionaires or something like that. It's an old show, and I forget it, but it's like, yeah, this whole surge of opportunity is now out there for you. It's like Bitcoin, if you want to be on the front of an industry now, women, I'm telling you, and you got the market cornered. It's farting, yeah, and I'm jealous because if I could jump on that, because it seems really easy to do. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking about. I don't know what you're all doing tonight. I was just thinking about easy jobs. I went to Aldi the other day, and I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but you ever get short on money, and you're like, oh, I've got a great money making idea. So I showed up at Aldi like really early in the morning, and I had a roll of quarters, so I bought all the carts. Okay, and I just lined them up kind of on the side of the parking lot, and then just waited for people to show up, and they showed up, and they come over and they're like, oh, can I get a cart? And I was like, yeah, it's $1. And wow, you wouldn't believe how angry people can get, especially the elderly. They will punch you in the face. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, over a Aldi cart. But I guess that's not like socially acceptable. I thought, you could, kind of buy and sell type of situation, supply and demand. You show up early and get the carts, and I thought you could haggle a little bit with people. Apparently, that's not something you want to do. But I have other money making ideas. I see different people using their noggin. You got to use the noggin. Work smart, not hard, people. That's my advice to you. Okay, don't work hard. When we grew up, it was all, oh, you got to learn to work hard. If you're working hard, you're working wrong, because people are selling farts and foot picks while you're digging trenches and things like that, sweating in the sun, all day long. So yeah, use your head, people. All right, glad we got that straight. Any other money making opportunities out there I'm missing out on? I mean, put it in the comments. Let me know what you're talking about. Let me, because I like to be on the front end of things. I don't want to be the last person trying to buy in after it's all the action sucked out of it. They suck all the action out of the farts, and then it's like, okay, then I show up. I don't want that. Anyway, that's what's on my mind. So, wow. I thought I was just practicing. That's really going out live, right? Is that what that means where it says live 9:33, 9:34? Oh, wow. I thought I was just practicing, folks. No, I'm just playing. I gotta go because I got a little one and they're not happy. So I gotta go. Hope you enjoyed the time. BroncoStevens, like and subscribe.